There was a few times at parents' evening we'd raised a few concerns, but they were never big enough, I don't think, to be obvious, never caused any problems in school.
He was hiding under desks a lot, he was thrashing and kicking out, really struggling, massively struggling.
He struggles to understand certain instructions, he struggles to get his words out.
At home, very much hyperactivity, and at school, huge amount of masking.
In the September she started, and by December I think the bottom had literally fallen out of our world.
We were having situations where we're driving to school and she's trying to climb out the car. Obviously I've got child locks on, so she's jumping in the front of the car to get out the driver's door whilst I'm trying to drive.
And it almost felt like the school were interviewing us to figure out whether or not we were naughty parents, if that made sense. Like, the first thing, I think that their default wasn't to think that there was something like, how could we help the child? It felt more like an interview of the parents.
Everything was put down to trauma in primary school and not acknowledged that she had special educational needs other than trauma.
When she started her primary school journey, it was, these are her needs, these are how we're going to solve these problems, these are how we're going to help her through, this is how we're going to support her. And that just phases out.
It's lack of training. I don't think teachers have enough SEND training at all, and that is nothing negative on teachers. They've got enough to do.
There was only one teacher and there was like 24 of us in the class. So it's like hard for me to only get help when there's only one teacher.
Those people who are in charge of our children, of guiding them and supporting them, if they don't have the support, there's just no hope in hell.
The more we pushed her to be in school, the more she couldn't attend. The more we pushed her to be there, the more she just couldn't. We were seeing really extreme behaviours, lots of violence.
We were being told school's the best place for her, we need to overcome these fears, really try and encourage her to work through that, which makes absolute perfect sense. But when you're in that situation and your 11-year-old is lying on the floor and you literally just don't know what's happening, that's easier said than done.
So it then became to a point where we had to say, enough is enough. But that's then left us with no school for a year. For us, my daughter's really missed that. But I'm homeschooling Gracie all day, every day. That's now taking over. And when I'm not homeschooling her, I'm doing paperwork, begging for a school. We are constantly asking for an alternate provision. We are constantly asking for a school.